you guys can just kind of hang out. And if you guys have any questions or you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Let me know what works for you guys as well. So let's start with this crate right here. This one I created. It was a party that I did yesterday, and I was creating it on the way. I was driving up to Richmond, and I just kind of, the name of the company is Suleta, and I just put like a cocktail, and then, that was going to be the folder that I was going to play during cocktail hour. And then I had like a turn up kind of situation. That was going to be like, for like the main hour, we were going to give out some props. So I was just picking out some songs here, as you can see, to kind of hype it up. Then I had some transitions that I was going through, and then end like last songs. But I didn't end up using this crate because I didn't end up actually getting it done on time. So I'm just going to delete this one, to be honest with you. I mean, but I do have one Viva Events folder that I've been working on, which is right here. And I'll show you guys kind of how I organized it. I got the base of it from DJ Nick Spinelli, and but I kind of did it with my style, because with the Latin music, it's a lot more genres. So I'm gonna just show you guys real quick. So this is Viva Events 2025, and then the first folder is just bangers. So this folder right here is just gonna have straight heat, straight bangers, like straight, like all hits. Like any song here, I know I can throw on the one, and it's gonna activate a dance floor at a wedding or at a quince or any private or corporate event. So so yeah, this is just the bangers folder. And then we have Latin, and then so pretty much I have Latin beats. So this is pretty much any so it's kind of like pop, up tempo, anything from 90 to 140 or 150 that has multiple genres. For example, like La Bicicleta, Bailando, like Latin beats. I mean, I would also say this is like commercial music, pretty much. Like commercial music is, just kind of like more like pop. So also Latin beats I consider like, can be like Cuatro K, it can be like, Fruta Fresca by Carlos Vives, Fireball. Even though, this song has, it's in English, the music is kind of Latin, right? Yo, DJ Pony, what's up, bro? How you been, bro? I'm just here. I'm organizing my crates right now. I'm cleaning things up, man. How you been, bro? Yo, I would also like your input on the Mexican, man, on the Mexican crates. I'll open up my Mexican crates in a little bit, and maybe you can give me some pointers. Maybe there's some stuff on there that I'm missing or not organizing correctly. So shout out to DJ Pony. So yeah, this one is Latin beats, pretty much anything that's like up tempo, anything that just kind of has multiple genres. Like for example, okay, like Que Calor, this is kind of like dembow, but it also has like house as well. So it's just Latin beats, just stuff that can activate the party. Bon Bon, Pitbull, Baila Conmigo, like even like, see, this is like a Mark Anthony kind of like, like up tempo pop type of vibes is what we're going through with here. And then bachata, then reggaeton. Well, bachata, you guys kind of self-explanatory, like all bachata in here. And then reggaeton and dance hall. Just like pretty much reggaeton and any Latin dance hall, I kind of put them all in the same folder. Don't really separate them, because when I do separate reggaeton and dance hall, like it's kind of hard for me to like bounce back and forth. And since they're usually the same BPMs and stuff, like I just kind of keep it like in the same folder. So then I got like dembow, merengue, salsa, cumbia, rock en español, punta. I only got like one in there. Again, this is a crate that I just recently started, so I have to start adding more stuff on it. Brazil, vallenato. And then I got like hip hop, which I dragged in here. I got like 2020s hip hop, 2010s, 2000s, 90s, and old school. Then I have funky, which is kind of like anything funky, like that's got like funk. I got that from Nick Spinelli too. Like, anything that has like, even it can be old or new, like Funky Town, like with the, the little like anything that is like a bop. And then I got like oldies, it's like old music. Then we have like a white girl folder, which is pretty much like songs that you can play, not just for the white girls, but just like, you know what I mean. Like literally, there's a folder on Spotify called White Girl Music. You can look it up, and you can get a lot of ideas from there. And again, I'm working on it, so I don't really have a lot of songs on here. But then we have disco music. It can be disco like from any like epoca, any decades really. And then we got like classic rock, like Living on a Prayer. I even got like some rock, like, Spanish rock on here because I do a lot of bilingual parties. So, I just throw some, like, I'll throw Living on a Prayer or Don't Stop Believing, and I'll throw like a Luis Miguel, like this one. I got like modern rock, which is like anything that's new, like 2000 and later, you know. 1970s. Then there's the years. There's stuff that's organized by years: 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, Sub Crate Club, and Hip Hop Fun. Again, I got this concept from Nick Spinelli, and to be honest with you, like it's cool, but I actually rock more with like keeping things like in genres rather than years, because I bounce between decades. I really don't kind of stick to like one decade, like, oh, I'm just gonna do like a 70s set. No, like I'll throw like an 80s set, and then I'll throw an 80s song, then I'll throw like a 90s song, then I'll throw a Spanish song. So I'm just like bouncing back and forth, just trying to surprise the bilingual couples that I work with, or anything that's like open format. I always try to keep it like different. And then, so to be honest, I haven't really used these per se. You could keep them just to kind of be like, okay, well, like if you're in 2010 and you got like, I mean, again, I don't have a lot of music here, but let's say like I threw no hands, like I will go to this folder and there would be more options that would be kind of like in the same year, I guess. And if you just kind of want to keep that same line, then 2020s, then slow bangers. That's like any slow music, like classic, like this one, like My Girl, Stand By Me, or like modern songs like Diamonds. Then I have like a Hora Loca folder. I do a lot of Hora Locas. If you guys know what that is, it's like an hour where they bring out like a robot and stuff like that. And this is like all hype music that I use for the Hora Loca, which is pretty much like the most hypest part of the party. And I keep this pretty, I try to really update this one and keep it real with myself with what I'm gonna actually play and whatnot. We got dancehall, soca, line dances, and is like kind of like songs that I would play like at the end. And then pre-game mix. This is just when I do sound check and stuff, like while I'm setting everything up. I just have some mixes here from like DJ Santana to kind of just like, if I'm setting up, I just throw a mix real quick to test sound and whatnot. So yeah, this is like my Viva events folder. And Charo, if you're watching, now you know how to maneuver through these crates. But anyways, the reason why I showed you guys this, because the first crate that I'm gonna delete, I have some cocktail music here, but I could probably plug some of this music into this folder. Now, cocktail, I only have one song. Turn Up, like I said, this was a folder that I was gonna play like during the Turn Up, like Hora Loca. So I'll just literally grab all these songs and I'll put it right here in the Hora Loca folder. Boom. All right. Then we got some transitions here. I already have a transitions folder up here, and I actually keep my transitions folder really, really organized. Like I have it like a general transition, which means like it doesn't change genres. You know how sometimes it'll go from like reggaeton to house or hip hop to house or something. Like this is just like a general transition, that it just stays within the song. Like this one goes from 128 to 150. It goes really fast. And then I have, obviously the genres, bachata to merengue, blah blah blah. So we just have them all like from genre to genre. Okay, so in reality, I grabbed those transitions down there from these folders, so I'm not gonna reorganize them, and then I just had one song, so this one is bye, delete. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I just ran through this whole Viva events crate. I need to simplify this shit because there's no way when you're doing a party that you're gonna sit there and look at all these crates and be like, all right, what am I gonna play? And that's one of the challenges when you do like a bilingual. Elliot, what's up? Elliot, Chev 24, what's going on? Thanks for joining. So yeah, let's see what we can do. I don't know, guys. I like this crate is cool, but I just feel like it's so over. Like all this right here, all this like 1990s, 2000. Like I feel like all that has to get eliminated because it's just like literally the problem that I'm running into is when I go to do a party. I'm gonna keep it funky with you guys. 80% of the time I'm doing a party, I'm gonna end up playing the same stuff that I'm always playing all the time. Like I'm never gonna play something too out of the box. Like, yes, there's songs that my couples request, and I'll play them. Like I'll play them. I'll throw a couple in there if I know that it's really gonna connect with the crowd. Like if there's a story behind the song or something. But you have to kind of know that a majority of the time, and that's the thing that a lot of people they always say, oh, like you play the same thing all the time, and it's like, yes, but there's general songs that you're always going to play no matter what. Off the top of my head, like Danza Kuduro, 4K, Gasolina, Pitbull songs. Yes, they can be cheesy. They can be like they're played the F out. But bro, trust me, unless you're like if like Faye just came out with an album, right? There's a lot of good songs on that album. I love that album. I listen to it when I'm driving, but I'm not gonna play that at a wedding unless the couple is from Colombia and they know, like everyone there is from Colombia and they're gonna know the song. But typical. Let's say what was the last couple? The last couple I did, I think they were from El Salvador and Thailand. Like if I play a Fade song there that's like brand new, just came out a couple weeks ago, they're not gonna know it. So I say that. Who's this? Is that what's up, Dennis? What's up? Thanks for checking in, bro. So yeah, so like I was saying, like if you're in the club, that's another argument. That's another thing too. Like we can talk about the club as well. But when I go to the club, yo, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up, Angel? Yeah, I got pepas. I got pepas. I got pepas. I got pepas tonight too. We're gonna turn up at Bar Bao. We killed it on Friday, bro. We killed it on Friday. It was a vibe. But anyways, like I was saying, guys, if it's like a fade song that just came out a week ago, like at a wedding, I'm not gonna play it. I'll play it at the club, if it's something that's trending, if it's something. But a majority of the time, as a DJ, you're gonna play a lot of the same records, and if you DJ a lot, there's gonna be times that you feel like you're playing the same things. But the way to combat that is to always refresh your music, always refresh your library. And I will say that like what I do a lot is kind of just try to find different versions of songs, different remixes, find different ways to play them. Find different intros, find, or do your own mashups. If you guys are into like Ableton or DJ Studio, there's a lot of ways that you guys can go in there and make new remixes or play the songs at different parts of the song. Like don't just play like from the beginning. There's something that I've always preached. Like there's times that I bring in a song and I just go into the hottest part of the song. Like the new Bad Bunny and Rao, like just a quick example real quick. Right, like que pasaría, right? Okay. See, I got like 4 intros. And to be honest, like the song is hot. But like last night, like okay, like all this, like all this is slow. And then it's like if you're like this original song, I would only probably play it like if I'm starting my reggaeton set with it, because if you have like a consistent beat going on and then you just kind of like play that, it's just kind of like throws people off if they're dancing in a club or if they're dancing in a party. So you got to have a really good intro, or you just got to get into it. So like I have like cue points here, like I'll start it from right here, or actually right here, sorry, right here. So I'll start it from right there just to kind of get everybody straight to it. So I'm skipping 37 minutes of the song. But yeah, I kind of veered off what I was saying, but yeah, that is pretty much the gist of everything. When I go into organization, I just kind of look for like really good remixes. I'm not a big fan of those remixes that are like super exaggerated, that have like a party break of like a minute where it's like saying like, like no disrespect to like, rest in peace like Fat Man Scoop, but like the ones that have like Fat Man Scoop or Lil Jon, or like it has Pitbull and Pitbull's just talking like in a break, like all those exaggerate. I'm not a big fan of them. I'll play some of them though. Some of them do sound hot, but if it's a little bit too exaggerated, like I won't do it. So yeah. So this right here, this folder is a folder that I made for a mix that I did for Big Boppies. So I didn't delete it because there's actually a lot of hot songs in here. A lot of cool intros. Even though it is clean, necessarily, I'm not, I might use some of this stuff. I put it all in a folder. It's a mix of like dembow, reggaeton, um, Afro house, and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna keep this folder, and I'll probably play a lot of this music tonight. I'll keep it real with you because a lot of this is like like I really dug deep into my library and looked up like music that I haven't played in a long time. Like this is, the new Fade. This Fuerza Regi, that song, like the song is hot. El Club. Have you guys played this song in the club? I played this last night in Richmond, and I had a really good reaction. Actually, the best reaction I've had in a long time, because I played it when it first came out, and it was no bueno, no bueno. Facts, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But, every DJ has their own style, and, even if you play the same music as somebody else, you're still not going to sound the same as somebody else. Like, everyone has their own style on the mic, how they mix, how they scratch, how they play the songs, the order that they play the songs. Everyone is different. Unless you're like straight up like copying somebody else. Like it's just everyone's going to have different like how they DJ. Facts. Facts. That's a good tip. Like TikTok, it does get people hip. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like there's a lot of songs that I get off of TikTok, and a lot of them, like, I'll be honest, like I'm 34. Like there's a lot of songs that I don't understand how they go viral, but they go viral, and I'll throw them in there. I'll throw them in there in the mix real quick. But the thing about TikTok also is that like the songs, people only know that 30-second clip of the song that's going viral sometimes. So sometimes you gotta go like in and out. It's getting harder to DJ. Like it's getting super harder to DJ because people's attention spans are very short. I remember back in the day, you would play, like, let's say 10 years back, 10, 15 years back, you could play a song for longer than a minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes. You could play it. Nowadays, like, you gotta rush that. You gotta do it quick. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna this one right here, I'm just gonna keep it. But real quick, I got about 7 minutes left. I'm gonna prepare a quick crate. Like let's say I had 7 minutes to prepare a crate. Real quick, I'm gonna do it. Barbell. Okay, so tonight at Barbell, I already know I'm playing reggaeton. Actually, okay, so for context, Barbell tonight is a party that I do. We play a little bit of everything. Reggaeton, dembow, hip hop are the three primary genres there. Okay, so, and I mix in between hip hop, reggaeton, and dembow, and you could say dance halls too as well. So we're just gonna say like opener, and you can do like prime time, right? That's the two ways that I'm gonna do it. What's up? Okay, cool. So we're gonna do opener and prime time. So first off, I'm gonna go through this. Let's see. I'm gonna go through some. Let's go through some reggaeton. So I got all my reggaeton here. I got different folders. I got mad folders, guys. I gotta really shorten this over here. Let me see. I used the club. to segue into 120's House for the Latino Ravers, it was okay. It's kind of mellow. Yeah, bro. So I think I came out like what, like a week or two ago. I played it, and I thought it was when I first played it, the song, I thought it was a reggaeton, and I was getting really hyped because I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a reggaeton," and then it was going into house, right? What's up, DJ Guap? It went into house, and then it like it's a very small piece of the song that is just house, and then it goes into like this weird like mellow like ending, right? So there's a lot of good remixes. I'm gonna actually show you guys the remixes that I have and how I selected them. So but yeah, I think what you said was fine, like segueing, because it does start at 104. I found out after once I downloaded the remixes, and it was saying like 104 to like 118 or whatever. I was like, oh shit, it starts like a reggaeton, but it goes into that. But yeah, like the first time I played it, like, and I didn't play the beginning of it, like the 104 BPM. I played the actual like remix that was sped up from the beginning, right? Which was, I think it was this one. Let me see. El Club, Bad Bunny. Vamos a ver aquí. So this is the original, right? So this is, it tells you too on Serato. It's going from 104 right here. It goes to 113 right here. So you got about a minute, and then it goes what, like, yeah, it's, you only have 1 minute for you to hit, like, you know, and you got to know, like, I had to know that the BPM here was at 118. So if I bring it up to, like, you know, like, let's say a +5, right? I'm at 124. I know that I got to have another song queued up like quickly in order to segue out. I think I forgot I don't know what club it was that I almost didn't even hit like I wasn't able to get into the other one. Have you heard the Maroneo mix of a club? I haven't, bro. I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. The song is hot the way it is, but I'd be open to listening to it. But I'm gonna share with you. Like, this one has a reggaeton. This is Robin Ramos. This one's cool. I think this is the one I played last night. It has like a redrum. The same thing, like, it only gives you, see right here, then you, like, what are you supposed to do there? I think it goes back to, like, it's like a weird BPM. It's hot to listen to, but to play in the club, it just wouldn't work. Then there's another one that I have here. This one goes to Dembow. That one's pretty hot. That one could work because, you know, it's quick and it goes into Dembo. It goes into Subete. But this is the one that I played. I think I played this at Rio Cantina. It has it at 125 from the beginning. See? And shout out to this remixer because he knew that like, I think he sped it up. He sped up that last part right here. That still sounds hot right there. And I think Apagón goes with it. Yeah, because this is 3A. There you go. So you can go from here to El Apagón and then on up. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I fuck with that remix. That remix is hot, man. When I heard it, I was like, damn. I haven't played it yet, though. That Subete one. TikTok attention span went from 1 minute and 2,000 to 25 seconds. Bro, that's a fact. That's a fact. I know, bro, I told you on Friday, like, I was feeling it. Like, it feels like sometimes with, like, the younger, like, let's say 21 to 25-year-olds right now, like, they go to the club and you play a song and it's like the hot part of the song. And then once the hot part of the song is done, like, they just kind of look at you like, okay, what's next? you know. And if it's something that's like they don't know, like they'll just stand there and wait for the next like it's just weird. But sometimes it's very weird because sometimes it just people just be lit and they just whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but maybe they just need a little bit more alcohol. But all right, guys, I'm about to wrap up. This was just more of a test. I'm gonna come a little bit more organized with like more stuff. So if you guys have like any comments or any last questions, you can type them in the chat. But yeah, I wasn't able to do my crate. I gotta go and do something else. But I already have some pre-made crates. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I gotta clean all this shit up. Let me see. So here I have a clubs folder, and every time I do a gig, like for example, when I go DJ at Rose Bar, like I've always made crates. Like for example, I've had like Rose Bar 2.0. This is so this is the original crate, and then this I did like an update. I think back in like June or July or August, and I just put like all the newest songs that I didn't have in there, and then like I have like an open set. This is pretty much like I went through my whole hip hop folder and I just looked through songs that I wouldn't play during prime time, but that I can just kind of like to kill time, pretty much like like Rockstar.
How you pull up, baby? How you pull
We Fly High, Fight Night. I mean, I could play that during prime time, like stuff like this, like that to kind of like kill the time, because Rose Bar, I think it gets packed like after like 1 in the morning. So yeah. What up, Christian? What's up, bro? How you been? Been missing. And then I have like hour 1, hour 2. So like hour 1 is pretty much like from 12 to 1. So when people are kind of arriving, so there's like more hits and stuff like, but it's not like the hottest shit.
Fuck a pigeonhole, I'm a
Like
night
this,
owl.
Cardi B and stuff.
It's big bags busting out the belly band.
Plain
with the
Jane.
light.
Then I have like hour 2, which is like, the hottest shit, like the newest stuff. And it's like a Latin mixed with hip hop party, so there's like some Latin stuff in here too, like No Me Quiero Casar. Then I got Latin Fire, so this is all like reggaeton and dembow that's like heat that I'm gonna play like during prime time. I got like twerk, all the twerk music to make the girls shake their asses, and then I got like lady stuff, like shit for the ladies, like like when I want to get in that bag. Throwback, like TBT, like if I want to do like a quick set of like throwback hip hop. Stuff like this. Or even like this. Cool shit. This is kind of like vibing. This is what I play like in the last like 10, 15 minutes. Shit like this.
Call me crazy, shit, at least you calling.
Just the vibe
Feels
stuff.
better when you let it out.
And Afro beats and dancehall and then house. I really don't play a lot of house there, but sometimes when the vibes are up. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to show you guys real quick before I hop off my bar bow how I did it. I have an open from 10 to 11:30. That's like when people are getting there. So stuff like this. Stuff that's like, vibe, but it's not boring, but it's like not new either. It's not like the hits. Then I got like hour 1. It's like, okay, people are arriving and it's like, we gotta kind of step up a little bit. So, like después de la playa, vete. Like Rico, I probably would put that on the hottest shit now though. So some between hour 1 and hour 2, like and I put times here, like because they close at 1:30, like 11:30 to 12:30, and then 12:30 to 1:30, and then yeah, like 12:30. This is like the hottest shit, like Moscow Mule. Not like us. And then bye bye, like the last 15 minutes is like when I want to like slow it down. So yeah, this is like my go-to folder, but again, I have way too many folders, guys. So yeah. Sorry guys, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna get ready. I gotta go to bar bout tonight. So if you guys want to pull up, have a couple drinks with me tonight. I'm gonna be at Bar Bow in Arlington, and let's see. So what if it's prime time hour one? How do you gauge that change? What do you mean by that? So if it's prime time hour one, how do you gauge that change? I think what you're probably asking is maybe like, how do you know when to go from hour one to hour two? I will say that from the music from hour one and hour two, I feel like it's like interchangeable. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll play some stuff from like sometimes I'll play recurrent stuff. That's why the hour system, I'm not like the biggest fan. The person that actually told me about the hour system was DJ Don Hot, and he's like the resident DJ at Live. And I remember I was doing like this coaching call with him, and I asked him, I was like, bro, like, how do you organize your music? Because I was having so many issues with like organizing music. And he said, well, what I do is I make a folder. If I'm going to that club, I do hour one and hour two, because he said that typically his sets are 2 hours. So he'll have hour one, which is what I told you, like more of just kind of like the like the early, like nice vibe, like not the hits just yet. And then he'll do like hour two, which would be like the hottest shit, like the hottest, like, yo, this is like, we're going in type of shit. So I will say that sometimes when like me personally, if I'm going in and I'm going in a little too hard, where it just feels like, okay, like for example, like I look at things like as like a chart, right? Like, okay, you're going up, you're going up, you're going up, you're going up. And then as you're going up, it just feels like stagnant. Like once you're going stagnant like this and it's just across and everyone's just kind of like tired of like you playing dembo, or tired of you playing hip hop, or tired of you playing house music, then that's where you throw like a monkey wrench and you're like, okay, I'm gonna play, I don't know, a salsa, like something out of the ordinary, or something, or bachata, or I don't know. I'm speaking to like Latin clubs, but you know, I don't know, like Katy Perry, or like sometimes at Bar Bow, like I'll play like Kelly Clarkson, or some different, you know, some sing along stuff to kind of like switch up the vibe. Because if you're going too hardcore, I feel like people get bored with that. So to like kind of answer your question, if that was your question, like how do you know to go from hour one to hour two? I think, yeah, like, you know, you gotta, like, you'll know exactly, like, okay, I have an hour left, it's time to turn up, like turn the fuck up. But sometimes that time to turn the fuck up, it does, like, sometimes it'll be the last 30 minutes, sometimes it'll be even earlier. So I feel like you kind of have to like go with the flow. And you know, I think sometimes that like having hours is, it kind of like, you kind of stay in a bubble, instead of like sometimes I'll just vibe and I'll just go off of the crowd, and just be like, all right, well, what do I feel will work right now? You know, or I'll ask somebody around me, like Angels in the chat. Like I told them, I was like, yo, bro, like I feel like on Friday at the beginning, I felt like I wasn't really connecting. And I'm like, I don't know, is it me? You know, you can ask people around you. And sometimes you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Sometimes it's just a rough night, you know? Sometimes it's just, you have a tough crowd, and that it is what it is. All you got to do is just keep DJing your ass off. So definitely I lost all my music in 2018. I was building it since I was about 11 in 2011. Yo, bro, I hear that. Listen, I've lost my library a couple of times. Sometimes it's good to start fresh, though, I'll tell you, because there's a lot of music hoarding is every DJ that I know hoards music, for real. Yo, it's the DJ that comments in your party. DJ mix are the best. Keep it up, man. Thank you, Donis. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Gotta build their trust. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. If you lose the crowd, or if they feel like, yo, this guy is not confident right now, they can feel that shit. Trust me. So you just gotta DJ your ass off. So, all right, guys. Yo, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go get ready. I got Bar Bow tonight. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna do a lot more streams, probably on Sundays, because this is when I have the most time, and I'm gonna do a lot of like organization tips and just general DJ advice, and things that I do to kind of, you know, get more gigs and get more out there and get more organized, get more business. So yeah, thank you, guys, and I'll